like nighttime zombies. There was an anonymous figure to my right. I realized it was my grandfather, who passed away a while ago, after noticing his cane cap and English cashmere suit. He warned me not to bother them since they wouldn't pay attention. They continued to walk robotically due to their subconscious dream. I was heartbroken and felt so bad for them. I continued until the tunnel terminated at a little but lovely beach. There is a color diversity on Earth that I have never seen. They were visually appealing even though they were bright and clear. The beach was decorated with white sand, blue ocean, and sky. There were no reflections anywhere or in the colors of the rocks. Every one of them was exceptional and different. The man stopped, pointing to the right. To me, he had no face. I spent many a little beach day screencasting my entire life from a nearby hill. It slowed down after picking up speed. Every frame of my life's movie seemed to be playing out on Earth, from significant moments that I was unable to recall to little ones that I barely noticed. I knew that this was the clearest I had ever comprehended anything. I understood that I have chosen to inhabit this body and life. I came to the realization that rather than dwell in my misery, I should make use of my freedom to choose love over suffering in any situation. I found I'd planned my entire life before I was voluntarily born. Having made my decision on my destiny prior to being a physical entity, I realized that the road to liberation was one of complete delight. My intellect evaluated itself with expanded awareness and filtered its deeds through pure love. I learned that let's start the adventure of today. All of a sudden, I was completely dark, nothing to cling to until I realized I was still there. I felt the delicate touch of light, and it swelled at my heart until it radiated all around me. Tiny light appeared at the end, growing as my light rose, like I was in a dark tunnel or cave. It became nearer, as if it were a mirror reflecting my path. I observed throngs of people prowling around like nighttime zombies. There was an anonymous figure to my right. I realized it was my grandfather, who passed away a while ago, after noticing his cane cap and English cashmere suit. He warned me not to bother them since they wouldn't pay attention. They continued to walk robotically due to their subconscious dream. I was heartbroken and felt so bad for them. I continued until the tunnel terminated at a little but lovely beach. There is a color diversity on Earth that I have never seen. They were visually appealing even though they were bright and clear. The beach was decorated with white sand, blue ocean, and sky. There were no reflections anywhere or in the colors of the rocks. Every one of them was exceptional and different. The man stopped, pointing to the right. To me, he had no face. I spent many a little beach day screencasting my entire life from a nearby hill. It slowed down after picking up speed. Every frame of my life's movie seemed to be playing out on Earth, from significant moments that I was unable to recall to little ones that I barely noticed. I knew that this was the clearest I had ever comprehended anything. I understood that I have chosen to inhabit this body and life. I came to the realization that rather than dwell in my misery, I should make use of my freedom to choose love over suffering in any situation. I found I'd planned my entire life before I was voluntarily born. Having made my decision on my destiny prior to being a physical entity, I realized that the road to liberation was one of complete delight. My intellect evaluated itself with expanded awareness and filtered its deeds through pure love. I learned that, contrary to popular belief, God is not a punishing or judging God. Returning to the front of the beach, I noticed an island in the ocean shaped like a mountain. My existence was illuminated by a brilliant white sun that I had a telepathic connection to. I emerged from this brilliance, and suddenly a large number of people dressed in white arrived before me. A gorgeous man wearing more exquisite white attire and sporting a white beard led the party. He rose above the still sea and sank down to my left. On his chest was a gold circle surrounding a cross of Malta. I thought he appeared calm. "What are you doing here since you have already died?" I telepathically asked my late father, who had also been wearing a white tunic at the conclusion of the parade of creatures. He informed me that I had resurrected from the grave and that he was still alive. I was surprised to learn that I had left my 3 small children behind when I departed Earth. They needed me, so I pleaded with the bearded man to let me go back to them. He gave me permission to go back. Abruptly, I dived beneath the pictures to my left and noticed a group of rocky protrusions jutting into the sea. I imagined sitting on the biggest rock between the water and the beach to eat. See-through organza-textured white tunic adorned with shimmering golden stars. I was shocked to find myself pregnant once more following my awful marriage. From the ocean rose a lovely young man with a white complexion, large turquoise blue eyes, and golden wavy hair. His upper half was all I could see, but he looked stunning. With a smile, he communicated to me through telepathy about his love and his identity as my spouse. Abundant tenderness enveloped me. I discovered that love for a child is the closest thing we have on earth to heavenly love. Someone said in my heart, "You will understand everything through love," as this amazing feeling overcame me. Heart, heart, heart. After that, I was overcome with happiness and pleasure. I was accurate when I said that things will improve now that I understand my purpose in life. I turned to see the stars as a result. I was able to receive millennial wisdom about creation, universe, myself, and all living things in all universes by a telepathic power that entered my skull. We sense differences in this world because we are unaware of, or have forgotten, that everything is spiritual and eternal. I was engulfed in its dazzling core, where nothing could be seen, as though a powerful magnetic field was drawing me in. I felt as though my body melted and I merged with the light. Plural unity and clarity washed over me. I saw and grasped reality because I had a sharp mind that enabled me to understand everything with perfect certainty and boundless perfection. I can't quite put my finger on it, but it felt like something I had always known but had forgotten. The moment they formed the planet, I felt like a co-creator. I have learned far more than I have mentioned here, and I continue to learn. We live in a world of plural unity, or oneness. Our world is, to put it simply, unity in plurality and plurality in unity. 2. There were no differences other than appearances. I was everything and everything was me. 3. Everything is deity, and since there is no deity outside of life, God is present in everything. 4. Rather than being something separate from us, God should be seen as a part of everything. 5. The facets of God are endless. 6. Because everyone and everything in this dimension have a common dream that endures forever until we figure out what's important. Everything and everyone is flawless. 7. Everything turns out for the best in the end, and our confidence in universal, unconditional love grows as we approach life's ultimate goal of total wisdom and happiness. 8. Everything in this life and the next is an experience because God is everywhere. Nothing exists without God, just like in life. 9. Death alters the passage of time. Another illusion is the result of our thoughts. There is no such thing as time or space. They are fabrications from our minds. 10. Weed reflects all of our guises and illusions. 11. One learns to paint by painting. The Creator creates new things, including conscious love. This temporal human illusory creation will continue to persist in multiple dimensions until we awaken, much like a matrix inside another matrix. I was struck by the realization that the essence of life is its total nothingness. Nothingness is an ethereal phrase devoid of inherent qualities, composed of an endless series of phenomena, each modified by successive occurrences. I came to terms with the fact that nothing matters and is unknown. There is no death in this narrative. Instead, it illustrates the polarity of events. Mindful love is the essence of life. This unifying force reproduces itself in an infinite number of ways, functioning as a game in which nothingness reproduces itself in fleeting, illusory events. 14. The universe has been divided by love into limited parts that we may grasp in our hands. 15. Words cannot express the amount I have learned. What I experienced in this other, clearer awareness is beyond their capacity to convey. My mind was as slow as my body as I came back to this world, and I felt as though I had entered a dark place. Loved ones, family, and friends seemed unimportant. All of them voluntarily took on a role in the enormous drama of life in order to comprehend love. When I informed them what had happened, they gave me a gloomy expression. Then it hit me that they were not understanding. When my experience faded, I was able to regain intuition through telepathy, deliberate out-of-body experiences, and involuntary bilocation. For the second, I have no authority over it, but I would like a general understanding of how it works. Everything is consciousness, in my opinion, and our entire life is really a dream that develops into a dynamic of awareness that is conscious of itself and constantly reinvents itself through us. We are the point of emptiness in the cosmos where nothingness becomes conscious of itself. Composing is challenging. I think everything I see originates from the universal mind or ideas. Visuals and feelings combine with clear awareness to depict the endless layers of reality. In order for our temporal mind to comprehend it in spite of its limitations, we wish to create it or break it apart. I guess I am aware of God's presence in everything. God is the incomprehensible silence of life. Steam condensing into water and ice is one instance. By then, it might have forgotten it is steam and started to grow ice. At this level of consciousness, something occurs. I guess I finally realized that God is the all-encompassing, endless peace, an infinite beauty, compassionate and self-aware. Before I saw the light, I believed that every image I conjured up in my mind during this experience was a symbolic depiction of something more profound that may aid in understanding the most important detail. It's difficult to describe with our limited vocabulary, but I'm trying. Quicker mental calculations and enhanced intuition, or a wider perspective of reality. My mind finds it difficult to comprehend concepts that are basic or limitless in conventional language. Perhaps if we discover soul-to-soul telepathy, I'll keep looking for additional linguistic cues from other people's experiences with this or anything comparable. We can work together to improve clarity for those who are blind or non-readers. If I have misinterpreted anyone's expectations, I sincerely apologize. One piece of clay can be used to create a variety of forms. At last, all mental designs crystallize in fleeting forms of nothingness. The incident of today has been covered. Whose viewpoint is it?